answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers!
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth!
I also want to ask you about the president's mandate. There's so much opposition now.
I understand, and we all understand, how people do not like to be told what to do. They want to make their own choice and their own free will.
Is there any thought of backing off of that?
People do not like to be told what to do,
Well, people have been told what to do, and they did it. Folks, welcome back to the Prepared Mind channel. I hope you had a good 4th of July holiday weekend. It's been a rough one for me, and you guys understand why, but I'm back. Stomach is in full operating condition again. At least it seems that way. But here's the deal, folks. It was the 4th of July, and there were some shootings that occurred, and we'll talk about them more later. I'm really concerned about the zombie that's going around, the zombie illness, the zombie sickness. This is something we predicted a while back, is that people are going to go zombie, not because of Make America Great Again, not because they've had too much beer to drink. I think they're going zombie on the Jim Jones juice. Everything we were afraid of occurring is occurring. It's happening right now. The mainstream media, folks, and the experts are now trying to tell us about a huge spike in death. Sudden arrhythmic death syndrome, or sudden adult syndrome is what it's being called. Now, this is what gets me, is the health experts are still looking for answers. Unbelievable, right? This huge thing is right in front of their face, but they're not allowed to see it, right? According to an article in the Daily Mail, people under 40 are being encouraged to have their hearts tested because they may be at risk of sudden adult death syndrome. Does this sound like a joke to you, a parody, a zombie movie? Well, it would be a zombie movie if that one thing hadn't occurred, the Jim Jones juice. If you take that off the table and then you look around and go, why are people all of a sudden getting sick and having heart attacks? All of a sudden, we'd have the setup for a zombie apocalypse, right? The syndrome known as SADS has been fatal for all kinds of people, regardless of whether they maintain a fit and healthy lifestyle. So suddenly we have a new sudden syndrome that affects people's hearts. Myocarditis, anyone? Unbelievable, folks. Unbelievable. April Hunter, who's an author and a researcher, tweeted about the health experts trying to persuade us that gardening and falling asleep in front of the TV, that's what's causing this, right? Or maybe causing this. That's really it. Does that sound like it makes sense to you? See, gardening will give you a heart attack. Here, I've got it right here, folks. This is not me making this up. Are you ready? Right? This is according to the U.S. Sun. Medics found that pollutants, medics, like an army medic? What is a medic? It's not a doctor. A medic is not a scientist. A medic is not a research facility. Medics found that pollutants in the soil could have a detrimental effect on the cardiovascular system. This was writing in the Cardiovascular Research, a journal of the European Society of Cardiology. The authors said soil pollutants include heavy metals, pesticides, and plastics. They state the contaminated soil could lead to increasing oxidative stress in the blood vessels, which in turn leads to heart disease. Dirty soil can get into the bloodstream through inhalation. Really, so we've been inhaling smoke from campfires, coal. We've been inhaling cigarettes. We've been inhaling car fumes, car exhaust for decades, hundreds and thousands of years on the whole smoky fire thing. But now inhaling dust, our bodies can't take it. And it causes oxidative stress in the blood vessels. Unbelievable how they figured all this out in just a matter of months after this sudden adult death syndrome showed up. Dr. John Bisignano, head of preventative cardiology at the University of Michigan, warned that people who live stagnant lives could end up straining themselves to the point of death while shoveling snow. Many people haven't done a lot of exercise for the rest of the year, and shoveling the snow is not only a heavy exercise, but an exercise that really stresses the entire cardiovascular system. Did someone tell Dr. John Bisignano that it's not snowing right now in Michigan? It's summer. People dying of heart attacks have not been out shoveling snow. Maybe they are gardening. This is unbelievable, folks. The levels they're going through, right? They can't see it in front of their face, or they're just absolutely lying to us. And since I don't think they're blind, I think they're lying to us. This is from Wales, the nation of Wales, right? Sweating more than usual could be a sign of an impending heart attack. Experts say night sweats are also a sign for women that they can have heart issues. It's well known that heart attacks can be life-threatening, and the sight of someone in a TV drama clutching their chest as they struggle for breath is a common one. However, in real life, there are several early warning signs to be aware of. Snoring can lead to heart failure. That's right, folks, snoring. And limiting daily television viewing can reduce heart disease. Yeah, that's interesting. If you're not watching TV, you're doing probably more productive things like gardening. Oh, no, don't garden. Exercise. Well, you're going to breathe bad air outside. Well, you don't want to exercise too much. You could sweat, and that leads to a heart attack. See, everything they're saying is leading to sudden adult death syndrome. Now, again, this is a new phenomena. So shouldn't we look at something that has been newly introduced into our world that could cause these problems? Well, don't worry. There is something new, folks. Scientists have detected a new type of extremely reactive substance in the Earth's atmosphere that could pose a threat to human health, as well as the global climate. Oh, good golly, folks. They discovered something new, and it is going to affect not only you and me, but the climate, right? The research team claims that the hydrotrioxides are likely to be able to penetrate into tiny airborne particles known as aerosols, which pose a health hazard and can lead to respiratory and cardiovascular diseases. Well, where did they discover this particle, and where's it coming from? Unbelievable, right? Stress that builds up due to travel issues could be putting you at risk also. Yeah, that's a whole nother story there. The fact that over the weekend, 10,000 flights have been jacked up. Travel issue worries or travel, just unbelievable. The hoops these people mentally jump through, folks. Now, I'm going to briefly talk about this. What's really going on? Well, down in Uruguay, a judge has ordered Pfizer to report to it the composition of its Jim Jones juice, including any presence of nanoparticles and other toxins, as well as provide studies about both effectiveness and safety. I don't think Pfizer is going to obey. I think Pfizer will be kicked out of the country before they dare reveal the nastiness or be forced to produce evidence that their stuff actually works. Folks, it's plain to me. It's plain to see that this is about turning the human population into a bunch of mind-numbed idiots who are afraid to garden, who will just sit around and wait for their moment to die of sudden adult death syndrome. And I still contend that people are going to be half human and half dead with what this crap is doing to their bodies and their brains. Half human, half dead as their health deteriorates. Unbelievable. I'm going to continue to take my vitamins, my detox, everything I can to maintain a normal, healthy lifestyle, which includes getting my feet in the dirt and exercising. Unbelievable, folks. Let's see. Fresh air, sunshine. Well, we got all those hydroxytrioxates that are so dangerous out there. Well, how about the vitamin D and natural immunity we get from good, honest, outdoor activity? Are you prepared for what comes next? Food, water, shelter, clothing, medicine, means of self-defense, and a plan. Right? Go to thepreparedmind.club. In fact, this week, I believe Friday, we will be releasing, turning on, if you will, the brand new preparedmind.club. And I'm going to recommend you go there. I recommend we all go there, me included, because it's going to be a spectacular new site. And time is limited to get prepared. Thank you for watching. Please hit the share button, share that internet address. People need to realize what's going on. The media is not talking about all the people dying, having heart attacks, strokes, having their lives forever ruined and changed as they lay around. They can't get off the couch. They're just laying around sweating because their bodies are in total chaos. They're not telling us about it, folks. But it's happening. Meanwhile, gas prices, food prices, and energy prices continue to soar out of control. Chance favors the prepared mind. Aren't you glad you are a prepper? God bless America. Semper Fi.